Hi, this is Susan from Susan B. Cards. Today I'm going to be making an ornament using the Spellbinders embroidery hoop frame. There's 6 faux embroidery hoops that you can use as frames in this package. And it's just made out of a lightweight wood. So I'm going to paint this today just using some acrylic paint that I have on hand. And I'm just going to apply 2 coats of the acrylic paint onto the front, and I don't think I'm going to do the back, just the front of this frame, and be sure that the sides are covered. I'm just doing this on a piece of scrap paper. So you can see it just takes less than a minute to do that. I'm going to let that dry and I'll apply the second coat. So I'll show you some cards that I've made using Nichole's Needlework collection. This is the first set, and this one is called Gathering Stitches, and it includes the rainbow and the hoop. It's the only set that comes with the hoop, but it's really cute. You can see I die cut everything, and then I used some distress ink and I just colored each layer so I wouldn't have to cut it numerous times. And then there's a die that cuts the stitches, so it's all faux stitching. It has a cute die that you use to make it look like the fabric that you stitch on. And then there's an add-on set. This one is called the Needleworker toolkit, and it comes with the spools of thread, the needle, and then the scissors, which is really cute to use with a hoop. So I also used the Nichole's Needlework Sentiments stamps. So this one says "so much to be grateful for," and that's really cute. And then I made this one, and this one you can see has the scissors. I used that hoop from the first rainbow set, then the needle. This one is called Faux Embroidered Stockings, and it includes the branch and then these cute stockings you can color any way that you want. And then here's the sentiment from the same sentiments stamp set. This one says, "This Christmas may your heart be light and your stocking heavy." It's kind of cute to be used with the stocking. This one's called the Faux Embroidered Tree, and it's this cute Christmas tree, and I love it. It's the tree is actually 2 pieces. The brown I die cut, which is just the trunk and the branches, and then there's a separate die that you can cut out all these branches in green. And then these cute little ornaments, and I don't know if you can see, there's little ornament hangers that I die cut from gold paper, and then the star. So that's a real cute set too. I think this one's my favorite. And then again, I use the same embroidery hoop from the first rainbow set, and this is another saying. This one says "Harvest of Thanks," and I just used the pieces from the toolkit. This comes with pumpkin and then a witch hat, which I didn't use. I wanted it to look more like a Thanksgiving card. So these are all really, I think they're all really very cute. You can see my whole collection here. And I may end up making a bunch of these. I think this is such a cute tree. Oh, and I don't think I read this one. This one says, "Good tidings to you and Merry Christmas for today and all the Christmases to come." So they're all really sweet homespun type sayings. So as you can see, this hoop is the largest hoop, and there are 2 other sizes, a medium and then this tiny one. The medium is about the size of the die. So that would make, you know, a really cute front on a card. If you don't have the die and you're not interested in buying the die, you could always buy a bunch of these and use those instead. There's 2 of each of these sizes in the package, so a total of 6. I've done some just home decor items using a real embroidery hoop, and then putting some die cuts in here and creating a scene. So that's what I'm planning on doing here. You can also make cute ornaments from this. You know, you just put the string through. This one is really small. I don't know. I'd have to think more about what could really fit in there. You know, maybe just stamp a greeting. And that would be cute too. So that's where I am with this. I'm going to wait for this to dry a little bit more, and I'll be right back. So I die cut all the pieces out of scrap cardstock, and I have the piece that looks like the branches, which is die cut out of brown here, and that will go on top of the piece that looks like the evergreen leaves. I think they're called leaves, the branches, the actual evergreen. Now you would think when you die cut this that that the green piece would go on top of the brown, but if you do that, you won't be able to see any of the brown parts of the tree or the trunk. So you can see, here's another one I had cut. If I put that on top, you won't see any of the trunk. So the trunk, the brown part, actually goes on top of the green. Now I cut this green one twice. This one's a little bit lighter in color than the first one. I thought that it would make the tree look a little bit fuller. And then there's another piece that cuts out more of the green part of the branches. And I just cut it out of different color, different shades of green. And that's just to help the tree look a little bit fuller. So you could see, you just put these on top in a few spots. So the die only cuts out 2. You decide how many you want to put on there. Or if you want to put any, really. I mean, that's up to you. So you can keep going that way. I've also cut out the gold star, which is for the top of the tree. And there's a small circle right here, and that's where you glue the star. Now to make the ornaments, I die cut this piece from gold. And you really don't have to do this. I mean, if you don't want to spend the time putting these little intricate pieces together, you don't have to. You could just use gems or just use these red balls alone, because these are the smallest pieces of the tree. And if you really don't like lining this up because the pieces are small, they're really not necessary. It's just a nice detail, and it's an option. So you can see the red ornament goes on top of the little gold hanger. So I'll do that again. It's easier if I hold it with the tweezers. Just put that right on top. So you let these dry. Decide how many more of these branches I want to put on, and I'll be right back. I die cut a circle the size of this hoop. As you can see, I'm going to be able to glue it onto the back. There's enough room that I can glue it onto the back of the hoop. And to make the background a little bit more interesting, I'm going to use this Spellbinders embossing folder, which is Argyle Plaid. And I'm going to go run this through. I'm not going to put any color on it. I think just white will be nice because the tree's going to have, you know, some ornaments. And I think I'm going to put some gifts underneath the tree. We'll see how all that fits. But let me go emboss this and I'll be right back. I think I kind of like it like this. So I'm going to glue this onto the back. Just put that on top. I'm going to let that dry for a little bit. I decided to use a little bit of gold metallic paint. This is just a bottle I've had for a few years now, and it's from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going to use that right at this piece here, which would normally tighten the embroidery hoop. I just think a little bit of gold would look nice. I probably should have painted this before I put the white backing on, but I'll just be careful and try not to get any gold paint on that. Everything's dry now, and I attached a small ribbon here at the top. Thought it looked kind of cute. I've die cut everything. I have the tree, and I made a small cluster here with a poinsettia and some leaves. That comes from this set called Delivering Joy Sleigh. So you can see it's a cute sleigh and gifts and this cluster of poinsettia and leaves, and then a small tag. And I have all those pieces here. So I just used the poinsettia and made a small cluster, and I glued it all together. And then I just applied some stickles. This is old. I'll have to see if they still make it. It's called Diamond Stickles, and it's just like a clear glitter glue. So I just gave that a little frosty feel. It's still drying, so I don't really want to touch it too much, but I'm going to place it probably about here. And then I have my tree, which I applied more stickles to. I just like the little frosty bit that it gives. I die cut this sentiment here. It says Christmas Wishes, and I use this die, which is from the Handmade sentiments, and it comes with 4 sentiments: delivering joy, have a sweet day, happy holidays, and Christmas wishes, which is the one that I used. So I cut it out of gold, and then I die cut this and just did a partial die cutting of this, and then again on this side and just made it just a tiny bit longer so that it would stick out, because the sentiment was too small for the bottom of this hoop where I wanted to put it. And then I put a little piece of foam tape. I put a piece of foam tape on the back so that it can sit nicely right about here. And then I die cut a few gifts. I don't know how many of these I'm going to use, but I'm going to put those in the back. I'll probably need a pop dot for that. And that's also from this same group. And the last thing I really want to do is use some glossy accents, and I just want to give a little bit of dimension to the ornaments and shine. So I'm just going to just put a little dot on each of those and then let it dry. The glossy accents take a bit of time to dry, so. Here's my completed project. I have the large hoop that I made, and I assembled everything. One of the things that I did was put it on a card just to show how it could be used on a card rather than as an ornament or a tag. But it's awfully cute. I embossed the craft cardstock with the same Argyle embossing folder. So there's this, and I could attach that. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that yet. Here's the smallest hoop. I painted it gold and added the poinsettias, the leaves, the branches, and the small tag. And all of that came from the Delivering Joy Sleigh die set. I thought that was kind of cute. So even though this was a small hoop and I was wondering what could really fit in it, it really did fit quite a bit. And I think it makes a very cute tag. You could put another circle in the back and write to and from, and then use just some kind of ribbon and put that on a gift or a gift bag. And that would be really pretty, I think. Here's the medium hoop frame. And I painted this one black and gold at the top. And then the background is gold metallic paper that I used. And I used the Starshine background die to give that a little bit of texture interest. This die will cut an A2 size panel, and it includes the actual die to cut out that A2 size panel. So I thought that was pretty. And then with that, I used the Little Blooms die set. This one was from, I think, last month, June. And it was from the Out and About collection. And then I cut this sentiment. And this one is from the Handmade Sentiments die set. And it has the sentiments and the little banner to cut it out. So all three of these came out, I think, pretty cute. You know, depending on if you want to put it on a card, use it as an ornament, or a gift tag. Any one of them would work. I think it's something, you know, special because it's dimensional. It's made out of wood. And they're relatively inexpensive. You know, if you buy 6 of them, it ends up being about $1 each. And if you don't want to buy the die, or if you want to buy the die, but then you want some different size hoops, it's kind of a fun thing to have. I think, you know, you could use other small sets in this too. You could use like a Santa or a reindeer, and that would be really pretty. I think also painting a background would be beautiful too. So I've done several things like this before and used them with a plate holder, and I just put it in the corner of my buffet. You know, it might say Merry Christmas, or just have a cute little thing at a table. These would also be really cute as place cards, I think, you know, having that, and then people can take them home. I mean, obviously you have to buy all 6, but I think they're awfully cute to use. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching my video. If you like it, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate that. Also, all the products are listed below in the description, and on my blog at susanbcards.blogspot.com. Thank you, and see you next time.